All right, well, we're coming to chapter 15 of Double Grape, Drink It Now. And that's the end of the book, I believe. I believe. I'm not sure. Let me check. A second. Yeah. Chapter 15 is the last chapter. Now, what I've done in celebration of the coming to the end of this book, I'm going to finish off this series with this chapter, and I got to celebrate. So obviously, there's going to be like this huge stack of waffles with ice cream sandwiches melting on them. Isn't that neat? But yeah, I can't eat it until ends this book in this series, So here goes, chapter 15. Chapter 15 has this illustration, but that's not important because that's pretty much a placeholder because I wasn't done. I had to finish it on time for some stupid reason. But yeah, that means that I was able to publish it on August 13th. I don't know. For some reason, the number 13 has a significance for me. It's just stupid. Anyway, chapter 15 is here. The month that went by since the great escape was eventful. Upon the announcement of two inmates from the same block riding their way up the southeast tower's north elevator, the mixed security staff was alerted. When the first and most powerful resource for reinforcement was punched by a powerful shot of air and hijacked to crash through a skylight, administrators began their current state of considerable action. Outside, more powerful help was necessary to ensure that the vast city of remaining inmates would not travel out from under their cozy, unrealistic thumb. Few weirdos were willing to attempt a similar situation, and none of them knew exactly how lucky those fuckers made it. They saw the massive shards of glass fall from the sky, along with broken bits of the administrative building's security chopper. As they got together to start a brawl among the big burly people, seeing their having so congregated for almost only this purpose, they planned to each be near the first emergency treatment transport when it came for the first broken bones, scratched skin, bloody bits, and anything that would warrant such treatment. 7 people became almost unconscious and near letting go before the ETT landed and led out its emergency-equipped staff. As the door to the vehicle lied wide open, 3 persons ran right for it. The first was grabbed by a fellow inmate, swinging and clawing at everyone they saw. The second ran to the door to be shot by an air cannon. The third took the cannon from the tech, wrenched open the cockpit door, and brandished his way into the co-pilot's seat. "Fly or I'll blast, fucker!" The tattoo parlor patron shouted into Ray's ear. "Take me to the skylight!" "Okay," the pilot caved. It was years ago when he transported his last new admission to their quarters. He never missed his introduction, letting them know that Raymond Vulcan was taking them to their proper place. The ETT chopper he piloted since then flew miles into the air, lifting the two into the hole in the skylight from the first fugitives a month before. Above the roof, Ray pressed his co-pilot's ejector seat buttons. The orange tattooed demon flew on a deployed parasail across the roof of the MiG, and to where he is now, thrusting the non-lethal weapon above his triple-twirled horns. He waits seconds before his audience. A fleet of green tiger-striped Ford rotorcrafts hovers over his head and carefully about the roof accesses. The outside, more powerful help arrives, with a massive green gyrodyne landing at the center where lies the tower's top. Above the ceiling, a 100-foot building standing a mile and a half above the ground. The Airbus parks like the military-grade personnel transport it was for more than 80 years. Its rear hatch opens as a ramp for tiger-striped militiamen, operators of the craft of their clan, the Alpine Crafters. They and their bulletproof automatons stormed the roof. The only way out of the MiG was up for the fugitives. This is what the militia will guard. Raymond Vulcan hovers his weight-displaced craft to the ground. He can see, after those 2 years, the real southwestern sunset, beaming all its blue, red, and yellow beauty, which everyone should see, no matter what fears or crazes they endure. Returning this vehicle, let alone himself, to the year's worth of grind, miles in the air and deep in the ground, is out of his consideration. He simply walks from his little chopper to the bus station, calling to him from beyond a course stretch of 10 yards. The digital sunset is a facade based upon what Ray sees now, and fades to a new input, a paneling image, created in 2069, of the word lockdown over a banner of yellow and purple haze. The lights hanging from the towers strike the new darkness quietly, as the streets and blocks gaze into the miles of space, filled with flashing lights along tower platforms and klaxons bursting in and out from passing choppers. The weirdos put down their double grape cans and take to their boards, bikes, scooters, and even the brawl outside of the Arboretum. Scenery begins to cripple in the once beautiful mental institution city complex. Another set of rotors spin over the plateau of the facility. Once a cliff island in a sea of farmland, it is closer and shows its piles and its pipes and cables running from its sides to the sparse buildings on top, all at least 30 feet high, and so small in the land of roof. The hot pink Centurion Eagle from the Nero Troop Depot has brought the tall, unkempt, clearly ill man to where he should be treated right. The rotorcraft's pilot and passengers spot the green tiger stripes. "Yeah," the watchtower dispatcher chimes, "about that new MiG admission report. Nobody told you guys about the crafters? Well, they're taking it over." The troopers confirm and make their way to the South Mountain Penitentiary along streams of thick air miles above the ground. The first firewall is the home of government-deployed computer operating systems and software. The government operations using these systems and software are under control of the RCTC developers and can be denied access to anything at any time. Acts of war have been stopped by simple emails failing to be distributed to their addresses, thanks to the all-powerful server administrators and their righteous causes. The first firewall is the home of Desk Coffee, a branched, online marketed business based out of servers running right outside of the original location. The original location is the hollowed fuselage of a never-flown vehicle, designed for world-conquering destruction and repurposed as a place where co-workers and comrades meet for a drink of coffee and a possible cookie. Acts of war, stopped by undelivered emails, could never be executed with these machines, as they never felt the itch of a rivet nor saw the light of a torch. The first firewall is the home of a plethora of computer technicians, all certified to do for and with each other as the first in a tri-regional web of massive power, guiding the fate of the nation, from the highest system users of official rank to the lowliest of perverts in Denver. The fate of the nation rests not in the hands of Mr. Timothy Zerona, who remains a granted member of the Republic of Computer Technical Contractors. Now, Timothy sits in a chair, part of the purchased staging furniture for a townhouse 4 blocks to the left of Chilled Diet Dog. October is a beautifully cold month, especially in Denver. The television hanging in the depressed wall broadcasts to he and John in their new upstairs study, the regional news channel. A Mountain Federation soft drink company is being investigated, the beautiful bubblehead blurts in her common nature. After blind studies by foreign researchers in 2113 were finally recognized by all districts' health boards, Double Grape, as the drink is so named, contains an almost undetectable psychotropic chemical compound, which we have yet to hear about. And that's the end of chapter 15. And here's another picture. that's the dedication. I dedicated this to my homeroom. My homeroom in high school. Because they're all nice people. I liked, 2017, 2018. The people that were in that homeroom, it didn't matter if they graduated. They had to be in that homeroom in that year. And I like them. They're good people. And that's the end of the book, There's a little barcode. Made in the USA, San Bernardino, California, 18th of August, 2018. All right. Well, that's the end of the book. Double Grape. Drink it now. And you know what that means? That means this is to be eaten. I guess it could be yeeten. But I don't want to eat this. I eat what I can.